Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Predestined the podcast. Back with another banger. So,
Bang.
bang.
It's live, baby.
Live.
What is
And today we have an extremely special. The words are escaping me. That's how lit.
iconic,
A legendary.
legendary, extraordinary,
The-
illustrious.
The event vibe curator
The curator.
of our times.
You are so funny.
The wine bowl.
Okay.
Wine lady.
The wine bowl. I accept that.
The wine bowl.
The fancy wine bowl.
Fancy sis. Sis so fancy. We got Coley Cole in the building.
Hey, give it up, 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 give it up.
I don't know how to
Hello.
use the soundboard yet.
Whoa, whoa. Not the, oh,
All right.
Spooky.
not,
Wait, how do I turn it off?
don't, that's
Wait, which
it.
one's still going?
Wait, that's,
Sorry, I'm going to learn that.
oh, it's on, it's on, it's on. Nigga said, do, 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 do. Yo. That was so with her.
Well, now that we've done the intro, we can hop to it. And so, how's everybody's Juneteenth? What you do Juneteenth? La?
I mean, I didn't really do much. For real, that was a day of rest for your girl.
Really? Well, you know what? The ancestors say yes.
That's right.
The ancestors
I
say
slept, ate, slept some more, smoked some, and then went back to sleep.
yes. I like that.
So
I love that for
it
you.
was a good ass day.
I love that
was
for
a good
you,
ass
you
day.
know, because our ancestors, they didn't have time to rest.
That's right.
They couldn't rest.
I'm resting for
So,
them.
so resting is exactly what you should have did.
That's right.
Big facts.
That's
What about
right.
you?
What did I do?
Coley Cole.
So I woke up and I just decided to exist for a few hours.
Okay.
And
This thing
then
is lit.
I drank some rosé.
Oh,
Yes.
with the pinky up.
Yeah.
She gives
And
fancy.
then I passed out from drinking rosé. And I
How
woke
much
up.
rosé did you drink?
Sounds like a good ass day. But yeah,
Well, it was just
passed out
funny.
from rose. Damn.
I ain't never passed out.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little shocked myself. That was a new one. But I feel like the new Wolfer Summer in a Bottle packs a punch.
The what?
Wolfer.
Wolfer wine,
Yeah.
For wine.
Summer in a Bottle.
My old manager put me on to them, and I didn't really. It's like dry rose. It's like super dry, right?
I wouldn't say super dry, but like
Drier.
it's
On the
the
drier
It's
side.
on the drier side, but it still has a bit of sweetness to it. So but I was laughing because I know I had the 2021 because that's the latest one. Because rosé is always a year behind, so
Mhm.
you'll never have like you'll
Dropping
have
facts.
you'll have 2021 and 2022.
Ooh.
So
Wait, so how you get that joint early?
Y'all better get these wine facts.
You feel me?
yes, no, so no, I got 2020. So
Oh.
yeah. So you get the year before, like it's labeled the year before when it comes out.
Wolfer is on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, it's in Long Island.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in Long Island. I've been to the winery before. It's really
Oh, listen,
I told y'all.
listen.
I told y'all.
I told y'all. Sis goes to wineries in Long Island in her free time and drinks year-old rosé.
Okay.
Period.
Y'all ain't got this yet.
nice. So then I got up and then I met my friend Jamie. We went to the Juneteenth celebration at Sunflower Philly.
Nice.
Oh,
Not sure.
yeah,
DJ
Nash
Nash.
was the DJ.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely had tickets for that joint.
I had tickets also. And I didn't even make
Yeah.
it.
No,
Like,
it's funny because I kind of like went on the low key tip. Like I was just like, I really just wanted some jerk chicken. I'm not gonna lie.
They were selling jerk. Oh yeah,
I
they be
knew
going
it was
on a
gonna be a
grill.
banger because that's what
Oh
she
for
do.
sure. Oh for sure.
So Jerk Chicken Man was there.
Ooh.
And then I was sitting down, and this is the most funniest. I wouldn't say funny, but it was just very amazing to see. This is how you know, like, a lot of people haven't been outside in a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm eating my jerk chicken with Jamie. We're just eating whatever.
Vibes.
All I forgot who was the DJ. Played Swag Surf. The intro alone.
Yep. That's what it does to black people.
People running like it was back that ass up.
as it should.
And I was like, I guess it just took me off guard because, you know, like, usually, like, everybody is already at the front of the stage when they get ready to swag surf. So it was just crazy to see people running down the hill just to get to the front of the thing.
Swag surf is a Negro spiritual.
That's a fact.
No, it is. And it's funny because I've seen them live. And it's hilarious when they...
Lit.
Yo, whose song is that? Whose song is We're not going to disrespect them like that, but like, think about it.
Wait a minute.
Do
it's
you
the
ever...
Fast Life Youngsters.
Never knew.
Fast Life Youngsters?
Yes.
Like, think about it.
And
When
they
you in the
headline.
crib or you in the car and it come on, like, you don't usually go search for that song.
No, but I also think, like, no one ever says their name out. Like, they never be like, now listening to Swag Surf by Fast Life Youngsters. Like,
Never heard that.
hear
Not the
right?
announcer voice.
Right.
You're nothing like that.
But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, yeah, it was just, like, so crazy to see. And mind you, like, I only was there for, like, 30 minutes because I was lazy. So, like, by the time we got there, like, everything basically shut down. So,
yeah.
So, but they had fireworks, which was really nice.
Oh,
Cool.
really? Pyrotechnics.
Yes.
That's
And
the
it was-
Independence
and you
Day
know-
celebration right there. Swag surfing, jerk chicken, and fireworks.
But let me
Keep
tell
celebrating our
you,
freedom.
how I knew segregation was real. When all the black people were down in Sunflower, Philly, and there were the two white people outside.
Not two.
Yeah, there were two people outside. So it was like they were trying to dance, like, you know, outside the.
This is an Africans only celebration.
That's why I said it's segregation, because it's clearly black people.
Dr. Umar would have been proud.
That's why I thought it was so funny. I was
He
just
would have been
like,
so happy.
This not for you, dog.
Like,
This not
yo,
for you.
everything ain't for you. It's
but it was-
okay.
but that's why it was just funny to see them outside of the venue, because it's like, you know,
Can't even get in.
right, pretty much.
Yo, that's dope. I did want to go. I had a lot going on that day.
What did you do?
But
Did you do anything
definitely,
special? Celebratory?
Just being black and joyful.
That's right. That's enough.
Blackity, black. You know what I'm
Blacker
saying?
than black.
Spent the day with family and friends and stuff like that. It was nice. It was a shindiggle.
Here for it.
Was I drinking Casamigos? You know.
The new Henny.
Casamigos.
Casamigos is the new Henny.
I was drinking my Casamigos.
Hey, yo, Casamigos.
I was cool. But yeah, like you was saying, like how they were like outside, but the fact that, you know, it's like a national holiday now. It's like, what does it look like in maybe a decade or two from now? Now that we can like see, you know, fast forward Martin Luther King Day, I'm sure it didn't start out like what it is now.
Of course.
They done turned it into a day on, not a day off, where we working.
Yeah. For free.
Listen, they having like MLK Day sales and stuff like that. So like fast forward 20 years from now, do they think they about to have Juneteenth sales?
They already started.
Yes,
all the IG boutiques.
Yeah, they have
And
Juneteenth sales.
hell
And you know what's
yeah.
funny? You know what's funny? I think Juneteenth, when there's more, because a lot of people are dating interracially now. Although my friend said we're on the brink of a race war.
Listen, that's what it feels like.
I think it's just gonna be.
The division is getting more divided.
I just think that it's gonna be more white people celebrating, because if they have biracial kids, they're gonna be like, hey.
No, you're not. No, you may not bring your white wife.
Dr. Umar Flow.
I don't know.
He
Shout out to
said,
Umar.
he said, you can't do nothing for me with that white woman on your arm.
Africans only. We can't have shit. Damn. I hope they don't come. I mean, I know it's coming. They're gonna commercialize it now that it's a federal holiday, right?
Yeah, national holiday, federal holiday.
Yeah. So I mean, it's literally only a matter of time before it becomes a commercialized thing.
Yeah, but even the fact of like, you know, a lot of the posts were saying like how it's crazy that they're literally making it a national holiday all while trying to ban critical race theory in classrooms.
Yeah.
So it's like I saw a post that called it like hypocritical race theory. It's like how sway.
But I actually want to touch on something. So there was an article that was put out for Juneteenth for Food and Wine, and it was basically the significance of watermelon for Juneteenth.
I did see that.
And it caused a whole riot. Now, the funny part about this is that one of the heads of Food and Wine is black.
It's a black woman. Right?
No, a black guy. And the woman who wrote it is
black. I saw her picture.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So it caused a whole riot on the internet.
Yeah, like why would you even perpetuate that?
But it's one of the oldest foods of Juneteenth, though. Like, this is historic.
Watermelon?
Like, yeah, it's like, it's crazy that I learned that this Juneteenth because I had a chef friend. She basically pulled up all these articles and I was reading it. And it is important to eat a lot of red foods during Juneteenth. I didn't even know that. But
I mean, I guess that's cool, but like, it's a lot of other red foods, yo.
But watermelon is pink.
Like,
I don't know how I feel about that.
I saw the uproar, and then I also saw the picture of the black woman who wrote the article, and I was like, I mean, does it make it that less impactful because a black person wrote it? Like,
no, I'm not saying it doesn't, but I also, I get both sides of the argument, you know, like.
Right.
I feel like if you have good sense, you know the connection between black people and comparing them to monkeys, or black people and the connection between like fried chicken and watermelon. It's like, it's just tone deaf. It's like, it's a sensitivity matter.
Read the room.
Exactly.
Right. And it's crazy because there's an article in The Atlantic that talks about how watermelons became a racist trope. However, at one point black people considered it like black self-sufficiency, eating watermelon, which is crazy, but it's very interesting. Like, I started to like look
deeper.
Yeah, like, you know, because just for my knowledge, but it's something that should be talked about more, actually. Like, but then again, like you said, they're trying to ban critical race theory. So
the crazy part is who asked for Juneteenth to be be a federal holiday? Who asked for that?
I mean, there were black people that were like fighting for it.
Yeah,
that's cool. But what does that do? that doesn't. I mean, that gives people a day off probably, and that's not even. I don't even think that's everywhere. Not a paid day off anyway. But like,
right?
I mean, that's nice, but performative.
Child, let the black men and women out of jail for weed and marijuana charges, nonviolent drug
for
offenses.
Substance abuse, just in general. Like, get them the help they need. Like, come on, bro.
Fund these black schools, okay? Right, there's so many things that need to be done for and to the black community that this, like, it feels kind of almost disrespectful a little bit.
It was like, here, ding.
Yeah.
Take this.
Like, damn, y'all always complaining here.
Right. Meanwhile, never mind. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Crazy. But the thing is, like, they're trying to ban critical race theory. But for real, think about it. Like, how much critical race theory did you even learn in school in the first place? I didn't start learning really about, you know, like, the history of our people and stuff till I got to college and start reading stuff on my own. You know what I mean? But maybe, like, our generation is a little more, you know, cognizant and, like, aware of, like, our actual history, and probably like making their kids read more and like teaching them more and stuff like that. But it's important because for real, like, it's literally American history.
That's
like you can't talk American history without speaking on black people and, you know, what America has done to black people and like how we've gotten where we are now without, you know what I mean?
School. The issue I have is that school systems think that they can pack all of that history into one or two textbooks, one class. I had one African American history class in high school. And for real, I probably only had that because I went to like a public urban ass school.
Right. Because I did not.
My Catholic school counterparts did not have that damn class. So like even just the way that they put it, the little bit that they put in the curriculum now, and then the watered down whitewashed version that they put in it, it's like you might as well not teach the shit at all. If you ain't gonna do it right, if you ain't gonna teach the truth, I don't want to hear it for real.
So then you kind of, I'm just playing a little devil's advocate here. Then you are kind of saying, let's get rid of critical race theory, because if you're saying that they're whitewashing it already, and that people should be learning it outside of, well, getting more sources, then do we need it in schools?
No, they need to not whitewash it.
No, right. We need it.
I'm just saying, like, but you kind of pose that argument, like,
don't teach me something that's wrong. Don't teach me half the story or a watered down version of the story, right? Like, we all learned that the Native Americans and Pilgrims had a fucking dinner together, and that became like, that wasn't the fuck what happened.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's syphilis.
You feel me? But all them wild ass diseases.
Sleeping with their dogs and shit.
That's not the truth.
But that's why I think, like, I give it to Gen Z. Like, people are saying they're like super woke, but like they're the ones who are actually like doing the research. Like, they're doing. I give it to them. Like, you go on TikTok and they're literally giving you facts based on research that they've looked up themselves. And I think
TikTok's wild educational.
I know it's crazy, right? But I think that's great, and that's what, like, I mean, I have hope in their future because I feel like these kids, they get it, like they're understanding,
right?
They might not see the changes now, but they're gonna create change in the future.
Yeah,
we just gotta wait for all the House and the Senate to die off.
Okay,
so Gen Z can replace them.
It's like they're taking the initiative to educate themselves and then now educating others, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's a step in the right direction. So TBD, I guess we'll see what happens with Juneteenth next year and the year after, years to come.
True. Agree.
I mean, you brought up TikTok though, and I don't know if y'all seen in the headlines. Black TikTokers are on strike.
I saw that. So here's the thing, right?
I think that's lit.
No, but I think that's great too. But I just thought it was funny because like I didn't even know they were on strike. But it's crazy to know that all these other people love to steal their dances, and it's like like when we were younger, we would make up dances just for the hell of it. It's TikTok. That's what people are doing now.
They had no phones back then.
Right.
Listen, when I was in, what was it, like second grade, me and two of my friends, every day, we had a concert at recess, and we would sing No, 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 No
right?
by Destiny's Child. And my cousin, he would be Wyclef. And we did this every day. And we literally did the same song every day at recess.
It's giving tour vibes.
Tour, okay? We used to draw a little crowd, so I didn't go hold you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was lit. So, yeah, it's essentially the same thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, these kids are just doing what we did. They just have social media and they know how to work it properly. Because
like history repeats itself. It's just sort of transforms.
Right.
So like back then we had no phones to record the shit and show the world. Now they do.
Right.
But it's like the whites are in a frenzy on TikTok because they don't know what to do.
But I mean, there was this girl named Addison Rae. She's like one of the most popular white TikTokers. She went on the Jimmy Fallon show. And it caused an outrage because she basically was doing all the dances.
Yeah, I remember
from
that.
the black creators.
Like, it was like, you have no sauce, no drip,
None.
nothing.
And then they brought the actual black creators on that actually, made up the dances, but they did it virtual. No, fly my good sis out like you flew Addison out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And it's crazy because I'm learning people have been talking about like the TikTok creator fund, like how people gain money, like gain revenue off of TikTok, and like how black TikTokers generally get paid less, and they're the ones who are innovating. Like Bowman, I don't know if you know Bowman. He's like a black TikToker in Canada. He does all these like reality TV shows like on TikTok. And
wait, is he the? No, he's not the guy that has like the TV behind him and he's like repeating.
No.
Okay,
No.
you know what I'm talking about? That's my boy.
Yeah,
like
I think it's Corey Bradford is his name.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Bowman, he's just like innovative with these like reality show TikToks, and it's just like he's not getting compensated as what like Addison Rae is getting compensated, and I think that's the problem.
And the thing is, they were talking about, you know, all the black creators going to like a black platform where they will like make the money that they deserve to make. But I mean, all the white people gonna do is go on there, and still steal their stuff.
Africans only. That's what they should call it. Africans only.
But I also think like I always have to remember like some of these like we always tend to want to make black versions of these, but I'm just hoping that we have like the same people who are handling TikTok, like who can execute that properly, because you know what I'm saying, like you're not going to go on a new platform if it's not giving you the same functionality as
or better,
you know what I'm saying?
But we could do that.
We could do think about all this shit. Hell yeah.
No, I said we can, but I'm just saying like initially it's not gonna.
A lot of times the problem is the resources.
That's
right. Like
saying,
they don't have the resources that these other people have to really like expand, say a TikTok or some shit, and that's the you know the inequity,
right.
like
the
that's the issue.
Yeah, and that's like any premise of a startup. You're never gonna have the resources initially.
Right. But you grow it, especially like I feel like now is the time. You know what I'm saying? Like now is the time to grow anything. Like through the pandemic, like these last 2-3 years, like so many things started startups and like are huge now.
Right.
Like it's really a slow grind. It's really like consistency.
Look at Versus. Look where they started with the technical difficulty. Now, I know what you about to say.
Yeah, okay.
I know what you about to say. If we look at the whole journey of it, right? It started on some like, oh, we ain't got shit to do but get on live. Okay.
Right.
You know, it was comedy. It was entertainment.
Yeah.
Now they done sold it, and it's now become a concert. It's a live concert.
Right.
Essentially, right? But I think
Ain't nobody running home and watch Versus.
and that's why they sold it. I think that's why they sold it, though.
It's true.
Shit's open back up. Ain't nobody sitting in the house on a Friday night watching Versus. So it's like, why not make it a live concert?
This
If
is
it's
true.
yeah, I mean,
I don't.
it makes sense. You know, business wise, I don't know if I can. Like at this point, Versus is kind of like irrelevant now.
It's obsolete at this point.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it ran its course. Yeah,
exactly.
but I mean, I totally get why they sold it and did this. Like, fuck it, no longer needed. But it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff that, you know, I feel like through the pandemic and like just this year as opposed to other years are like becoming like obsolete, or they're just not like doing what they were initially supposed to do. Like Uber, Airbnb,
House Party.
Who?
House
What's
Party,
that?
the app.
Clubhouse?
Clubhouse.
Party.
What the hell is House Party?
It was like this app when everybody
like
was
Clubhouse?
no, it's a video. So it was like everybody joined in, like you were like 7:00 we meet on House Party. So like everybody comes in and we played games on the phone app.
They got apps. They got games on the app.
Yeah. It was a
Oh,
thing.
I never heard that.
Was that on there?
I've never heard of House Party.
I feel
Yeah.
like I have heard. Like now that she's talking about it, I feel like
that's something that's kind of
have.
obsolete now, because it was like hot. Like everybody used to like come in and you would go in your room, like you would create a room and then everybody would come in and then we would just play like random games that they had on the thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I missed that one. Interesting.
I didn't like Clubhouse from the door.
Clubhouse was cool for 2 days.
Clubhouse was not even cool for a whole 2 days.
But then everybody was trying to teach you how to make millions living in a car.
I feel like,
Yeah.
Child, it was terrible.
I mean, I think I've stayed on it for like a few months because like I had a core group of people
Mm-hmm.
that I knew on there. So it was like, all right, I would go in there and they'd be on there. So like, all right, you talk to them. Like, and that would be like our meeting space because some people were in the West Coast, some people were
Yeah.
East Coast. So it was like, this was great for us to just like,
Yeah.
we wouldn't normally have these conversations if we didn't have Clubhouse. So I
Mhm.
thought that was, for what it was worth, I thought that was.
yeah, it was probably different things
Yeah.
for different people.
Mm-hmm.
Me, the rooms I went into, they were
Yeah, they were
terrible.
They had a moaning room. That was so weird.
That's the joint that
The moaning room. I was like, wow.
who? It was a celebrity in there moaning.
I can't remember his name. Yeah, but like
I can't remember who it was, but it was definitely a celebrity that Joe
weird.
moanted, and it
like,
wasn't
why?
Meek, right?
No.
Oh Lord.
No.
I feel like he did some nut shit on there too.
I feel like he did probably, but
It was
no.
definitely a moaning. Like that's when they got like, all right, I'm done with this. Beyond me. Yeah.
Listen, so, and I mean, everybody outside now. Everybody
Right.
outside at the Sixers games. Poor Ben.
Too soon. Ain't no fucking poor Ben.
I feel bad for
what?
him.
For what? That nigga getting paid regardless, bruh.
I mean, yes, but
to be terrible.
That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
You knew what you signed up for?
That's true, but it's a lot of pressure, and you know how Philly people are. Philly fans,
Shouldn't
they
have came
are
here.
relentless.
Shouldn't have came here. You knew what time it was.
Philly in general is relentless, and the one thing about Philly, and one thing about people from Philly, when it's time to tear some shit down, they definitely come together. They might not come together no other time. It might not be no unity no other time, but when it's time to wreck some shit or tear some shit down or be mad at some shit, Philly people will unite.
It's just
that boy
like,
probably balled up in the corner somewhere.
Nah, that nigga was out and about last night, I think.
Oh.
It was like a whole video. Was it South Street or some shit? Like,
He was on South Street?
I don't know what South Street.
Oh, he brave.
But Corey sent me this video
of
of like,
money.
Niggas was posing for pictures. Like, nigga, we get no ring. Like, what are you doing?
I would like
He can't come outside because he didn't get
Take
a
your
ring.
ass in the house. I just feel like it's a little too soon for him to be out here. He can get his shit rocked. Might want to slow down.
Thanks. A lot of people lost a lot of money.
You feel me?
I would like to shout out Logic is Key 22. He said, or she said, when I die, I want the Sixers to lower my casket into my grave just so they can let me down one last time. And I felt that. I felt that. I truly did.
That's
so
Philly sports
I
teams
just
in
really
general.
want him, whoever this is, shout out to you.
Mood.
That's Philly sport teams in general. The Eagles, they like let y'all down.
Hold this L.
But can we talk about the guy who like was on Philly Scoop Hall who was just like went in after
he was so angry.
I thought that was hilarious, but I also thought that was so Philly. And I was
Very
just like,
Philly fan. Very Philly fan like.
Very on brand.
Very Philly fan like. But
Extremely
yeah.
on brand.
So Ben being outside, I don't know. But you're right. Outside is open.
How do you feel about it?
At first I was like, oh, we live. Now I'm like, I got food and liquor and shit at home. Because these COVID surcharges.
Outside is expensive as hell. I've been mixy all my life. All my life I've been mixy.
To this day.
I have never spent as much as I am spending now. And the worst part about it
Go ahead.
is all the experiences that I've been paying this inflated fee to experience have all been mediocre,
Really?
lackluster.
Are you talking restaurants only?
I'm talking
or?
restaurants.
Really?
Well, restaurants. I haven't had. I'm trying to think.
Interesting.
I'm about to lie. I can't think of a good meal that I've had since the world opened back up, and they've all cost me more than they usually would.
A good meal I've had was at Codaletta in Fiddler Square. It was pretty good.
Fiddler Square.
Yeah. Well, it's
The fuck is that?
Some rich nigga shit.
I'm looking like she gonna say the cross streets or no?
yeah.
It's
it's like
Fiddler
it's like,
Square. Sound like it's in the county somewhere.
no, it's like 22nd and Locust ish.
What?
Like near Armory, right?
Yeah. Well,
That's what it's called now?
What that is?
Fiddler Square?
Yeah, because it's the park, like Fiddler Square Park.
I can't keep up with the neighborhood renaming.
Well, I mean, it's close to like it's on the before South Street, pretty much.
Definitely South Philly, but all right.
Well,
like technically, but whatever.
yeah, Codaletta was really good.
What is it? Italian?
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds good. I love Italian. I might have to check it out. But even though I said I'm about to start cooking, I'm about to go grocery shopping.
He said, I'm finna start cooking. We're going to revisit this topic.
This is a lot of shade. It's not that I can't.
You can cook. You just don't cook. Like you're not known to just sit in the crib and cook meals every day.
No, I'm not.
Like that ain't your style. That ain't never been your style.
It never been my style.
And we know that.
Never been my style. It's not my style.
We know that.
It's the tourist in me. I like to go out to eat. I like to treat myself.
That's all right. Cause you deserve.
Period.
That's
I work
why.
hard. Especially right now, because I feel like work been whooping my ass.
The old
I ain't
one.
gonna talk about that.
Not me working 8 to 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like twice this week.
I don't even,
like
honestly.
I was working on Juneteenth, the day we had off. I was working.
Oh,
on
absolutely
Friday.
not.
I was working Friday.
Niggas owe you reparations for that.
Listen, I was working the Friday we were supposed to have off, and it was giving slavery, and I
It's
didn't like
for
it.
sure giving
Yeah, I
slavery.
definitely worked the hour. But honestly, I'm just like, at this point, I don't even know my hours anymore. I'm just like, whatever.
You feel me?
It's just
like,
vibes.
it's
No core hours, just vibes.
vibes. Yeah.
I hate that for us. Like, absolutely hate that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. I'm just like, but now back to food. I had Devon's for the first time. That was
Oh.
that
How'd
was
you like it?
decent. It was decent.
That was pretty good.
I'm trying to think.
Well, maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to go to the places that I know I always get good food, that I consistently get good food every
And Devon's
time.
always has coupons, which is surprisingly.
Interesting.
I'm going to Chart House this week.
Say less. I
Don't
want to
tell
go back
Kiara.
to Grand.
Don't tell Kiara.
I want to go back to Grand La Cafe,
La
Aquila,
Aquila.
whatever the fuck that shit's called.
Banging.
Oh, yeah,
With the
that's
gelato.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Rocking.
Yeah.
But they're not sponsoring us, so we're not going to keep saying these restaurant names.
Yeah.
Holla at
All
us
that.
if you want us to get a cup.
You gonna blank all them shits out.
If
Send some platters.
you want us to
The
shout
old
you out
bar
on the
too
cast.
has consistent. I've gone there.
Where?
Old Bar and Silk City. Can't forget those.
I ain't been to Silk City.
The shrimp burger always do me right.
They got an
Ain't
outdoor
gonna
patio
lie.
now too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, slide.
My God.
Definitely got slide. Say less.
Hey, Silk City, if you want us to come and review your food, hit us up at itspredestined@gmail.com.
Let's go.
If anybody wants to sponsor us,
I mean,
it's predestined
Cast
at
the net.
gmail.com. Holla at us.
Bottomless is back. Bottomless mimosas brunches are back now. So
How many places in Philly do bottomless though? It's like very slim pickings.
you'd be surprised. 'Cause
Well,
there's a
Melanin
few-
and Mimosas was lit. in
Yes,
your head. The
correct.
bottomless of the bottomless.
Correct.
I've been thinking more and more about doing another one because it was a vibe. And
Ooh.
earlier, Greg hit me up and he was like, "We were just talking about Melanin and Mimosas today," and I was just like, "Dang, people still talking about it." That
We
joint
should
was
throw
in
a group as a
April.
part. Throw a group as a party. Throw a party as a group.
We should.
I'll be with that.
We should. Which group though? We got a lot of groups.
Yeah, that's what I was. I'm like, which group?
We'll take this offline.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Which group? It's mad groups.
True.
We'll take this offline.
True. You're making some valid
But yeah, I
points.
definitely think we should do another situation with like the bottomless joints because that was
Yeah.
that was a bop.
Yeah.
That was fire.
I'm with it. Vibes.
Yeah.
Curate some
And
vibes.
I think this like if I do another party, I feel like it'll be a lot easier for me. It'll just make more sense. I know what to do and what not to do logistically.
Right.
I know what to do and not to do with my money.
Right.
Like I know a lot more now.
You could plan it out. The thing is, like,
Yeah.
we could literally start planning a party today for October. Like,
Facts.
it's really like no, okay, let's wait until 3 months. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
take our time, plan that shit out.
True.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, because
I'm
I
here for
order
that.
stuff off Amazon every day. So by the time we got to the party, we'd have everything we needed.
For sure. And it's
Amazon
Prime
been
Day, right?
Yesterday, it was over yesterday. It was the
It was only one day?
It was the 21st and the 22nd.
Oh, damn. I missed
Yeah,
it.
I ain't need nothing on there. I got,
Do you ever need anything off Amazon?
Yes. No.
Off
But-
of Amazon. No.
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 Kind of.
Anything you can find on Amazon, you can find it somewhere.
I buy my friend's stuff off Amazon. All I do is listen.
Touche.
All I do is listen, like, to my friends through conversation, and whenever they say they like something or they need something, I just go on Amazon and buy it for them.
Mid conversation. Okay, place order.
Okay.
Okay. That'll be there. That'll be there in 13 hours.
I was just talking about somebody, and they were like, "I need to gain some weight. I'm going to get some muscle milk." I was like,
Amazon to the rescue.
ordered muscle milk to her crib. I mean,
I
Not
need
muscle milk
concierge
door
service.
delivery.
This is
yeah. Thoughtfulness, right?
Yes, that's
I
real
try.
friends right there, bro.
I try.
But hey, it is what it is.
What happened to book club? the thing is, wait. So the thing is, this is actually a repeat show. So I had actually recorded with Coley like mid-pandemic, but you know, we're not gonna drop that one. We're gonna drop this one. But during the show, I kind of told you guys like how I met her, and I feel like it's important to like run that back, and then it'll like take me into like now. So, what was this? 4 and 2019.
I scored 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's really been 2 years. It's crazy.
I was like off work for 6 months. I had got laid off or whatever, and I didn't go back to work. I traveled for 6 months, and it was like winding down. Well, what I had said was like I kind of knew it was going to happen, so I said I was going to, you know, travel for 6 months and then come back and get a job. So it was like winding down, and in true me fashion, I was procrastinating. I wasn't applying for anything. I had this plan, but there was no action. But one day I was on Twitter. My cousin Tim, shout out to cousin Tim.
Hey.
He was talking about a book club that he was in. So I was like, I just texted him randomly one day and was like, how you get in the book club? All I said is, how do you get in the book club? I didn't say add me to the book club. I didn't say I want to sign up. I said, how you get in the book club? Next thing I know, I'm in a group chat. Hey y'all, this is my cousin Preesh. She in the book club. I said, well, I guess I'm in the book club.
Guess you're in the book club.
So I knew a few people in there, but I didn't know everybody. I didn't actually know Coley yet. But the crazy thing is we were like in the same spaces and places so multiple many times. Like,
that's wild.
Over years,
yeah,
like so many times.
That's so wild.
Like we have pictures in the same place, same space, didn't know each other. Nuts. And sometimes we were even in the same groups, like with like kind of the same people.
Yeah.
Nuts. So one day she had wrote in the group chat and she was like, anybody, you know, interested in like media finance, let me know. My job's hiring. And, you know, I dropped out of business school, but originally business, whatever. And then
it's all right.
I went to school for like my degree was in like communications, media, whatever. So I was like, dang. And then my work history had been in like finance and business. So I was like, dang, that feels like that fits. I could do that. So I hit her up. I sent her my resume and stuff. I think somebody in her department like quit the next week or something like that.
That's so wild.
It was crazy because like I started March of 2019 and literally in the first month and a half, 90% of my team quit. So it was just me.
Been there, child. That's a crazy feeling.
It was a crazy time. So it was just like, so my boss was like, hey, do you know anybody? We need people.
No direction, like, just vibes.
Pretty much, because
no
I was thinking, she was thinking. I was like, yeah, we need people.
Wow.
Yeah, so I sent her my resume. She passed it on to the VP.
And it's crazy because she sent it to me that day, and my boss was like, I just need something. And I was just like, bam, here you go.
Look at God.
Boom.
Everybody wins.
Yup. And then the crazy thing is, though, it was when it was time for me to do like my interview and stuff, I was
you was still traveling.
Yeah, I was in Costa Rica the first time they called me for the interview, and I was like, well, I'm gonna be in Costa Rica. I was like, can I do it next week? And then the next week I couldn't do it because the person that was interviewing me, they weren't going to be there, and they were like, okay, well, what about the next week? And I was like, well, I'm going to be in Europe.
Yep.
Yep. I was like, dang, they definitely gonna move on to
another
another
gonna
candidate.
Be like, this international ass bitch.
Right, like, what's she on? Do she want a job or not? I wasn't canceling Europe, though. That was dead.
Oh, for sure not canceling.
It was gonna be another job. What is for me is for me. What is not is not. So yeah, so when I came back, like literally, I think the next day, or was it the same day? I think the next day, I went in for the interview, and then by the time I got out of cheerleading practice, I had an offer letter.
It's crazy.
Gang.
Look how the Lord just be lining it up.
Listen,
on time.
Reading is fundamental.
Whole new meaning, bruh. It took on a whole new meaning.
Whole new meaning.
That's so wild.
Listen, and then the book club broke up, but we've banded back together, even though we haven't read a book in about 3 months.
I did ask. Are we going?
You did, and we talked about like Lincoln, like the week after.
And then I didn't see
that was like,
movement.
but that was around Memorial Day.
Maybe
So that was like,
maybe we should just pick a new book.
I am cool with that.
And just
start
start anew.
Somebody just put a book in the book club and say this is the book for July.
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
Go right ahead. This is the book for July. Tell us what the book is.
Tell us what the book is. And matter of fact, maybe I'll just buy the book and send it to everybody's house, so nobody got an excuse.
Amazon ass nigga.
Send the book to everybody's house. And I know you got it because I got the confirmation. Start reading. I
got the pick. It's on your doorstep.
Period.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll let you guys know.
Look at book and just put it in the chat, bro.
Put it in the chat.
Book club. But you know what?
It was lit though.
It was. Were y'all avid readers beforehand?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Never mind.
No. I think it's different for me because I've worked at. I feel like for me, I'm always reading, and it's not just like books, articles, and I worked at 2 newspapers, so like.
Oh yeah.
I'm always reading something, whether I like it or not. Information. I'm always ingesting information. Now, is that a good thing? No, not all the time, but
that's not bad.
Depends on where you get the information from. Depends on the source.
When you work at a newspaper, you question. Question a lot of things.
Listen, I don't think you can ever lose having more information than you need.
No, I think it's integral to like, you know, how you approach things, how you deal with like a lot of cultural things, especially when you're learning about different cultures. I think it's very important that you always keep on reading because when you're reading and then you get to integrate it with real life situations, it makes a whole difference.
Agreed. And plus, it changes, like reading changes your perspective on the world.
Yeah,
agreed.
Reading is a lot like traveling.
Yeah,
for me,
that's what people say.
Because I don't go anywhere and come back not like unchanged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I always come back different. I always come back with a different perspective of the world, of certain people. I always come back with, you know, things that I want to do for myself. You know what I mean? Ways that I want to live my life different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It always introduces something new. And besides that, like, it makes the world a little bit bigger. So it's just like, even when you're kind of like going through things in your space where you are standing in the current moment, it's just like it doesn't impact you as much because you know that the world is so much bigger than you and where you're standing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's
once again, reading is fundamental.
Reading is for show. Fundamental. Read them books.
A necessity, yeah.
Yeah. And on my Instagram's actually down right now.
What happened? So you got hacked?
No, I didn't get hacked.
Oh.
I what's it called?
You locked out?
I
deactivated
it.
Oh.
I deactivated my Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
On purpose.
I deactivated it on purpose.
I went to send you something and I'm like, why her picture not coming up? Okay, maybe it's like my phone. Well, I sent it anyway. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I deactivated it. Cause you know, around this time of the year, I kind of get a little weird. It's like close to my sister's birthday, so it just felt like sensory overload a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just like wanted to. I'm still on like the podcast page, and I've been on like the Joins with Passport page.
I need the password again, but yeah,
I'll send you all of them. But I just haven't been on mine. I feel like mine just is too. It's a lot.
Okay.
So I feel like those, like, it's not really no followers.
Right,
it's really
right,
not
right.
nobody on there. So it's just like it's way more chill. It's not like constant like. Like, it's sensory overload. Like, people hitting you up all day. Like, you know what I mean? Even though I put stuff out there for people to respond, it's just like, you know what I mean? I just shut it down real quick.
I feel you. Take the break you
I'll
need,
be back.
It'll still be there when you come back.
Facts.
I ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. Somebody was like, did you block me? No.
I'd have been like, yeah.
Like, what? No, I didn't block you.
How can you tell?
Being weird. Like, no.
Yeah.
No. Should I have blocked you? Did you deserve to be blocked?
I can block you now.
Okay. When I come back, you the first thing I'm blocking.
Block party.
Welcome to H&R Block. You need taxes done? the creator of Wine Down with Cole, I feel like we should talk some wine shit.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk wine.
So if you guys don't know, Coley has a newsletter and it's like a podcast too of, wine and other things. It's always interesting. It's always entertaining. You get some, cool tidbits about wine and different wines and stuff like that. With, a little bit of life stuff too. It's always like a good mix. So it's just like, if you're into wine or even if you're not into wine, like you'll still enjoy it. Yeah.
Very relatable content. Very relatable content.
Always,
like,
always.
I'll be reading like, yo, nigga, that was really my day. Like, yes.
Yes, exactly.
That's really me.
I felt like it was important to talk about my life because I think like a lot of newsletters that people put out is just content. And it's like, I'm a human being writing this newsletter. Like, so you're going to get my life, whether it's good some days, bad others.
Right. Sometimes in the middle.
Yeah.
And I feel that. Like, what was, like, kind of the spark that made you want to do, like, Wine Down by Cole?
So, Wine Down with Cole is a pandemic baby. It was just, I was home in my room because I spent a lot of time in my room, and everybody's like, Nicolette, you love food. You love the industry. Why are you not doing something? And whatever. And I was like, I know. People have been asking me. And I'm like, I know. I got to do something. But I didn't know what I really wanted to do. So I was just like, because, I posted pictures on my Instagram wherever I eat. It's just cool. Like, it is what it is.
You
like,
have the beer page, too.
My beer stuff is on my personal. Well, I just post, like, highlights of all the beers I've had. Like, I've had, like, over 125 unique beers. This is what my Untapped... Wow. This is what my Untapped told me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so, and I love beer. I love, like, the spirits in general. But, it, like... I was like, all right.
She fancy. She called them spirits.
Right. I like liquor.
I like the drinks.
No, but it was just like, I was home. I was like, I need to do something, creative outlet. And I was like, I'm going to start this newsletter. And I was already sending 2 of my friends wine for their birthdays. And I was like, this is, one was for birthday. Another one was for law school graduation. And I was like, I was looking at the pricing on the wine.com. And I was like, for $50, I could just get free shipping all year. So I was like,
Wine.com, do they sponsor you yet?
No.
Wine.com, you need to sponsor my girl.
So what I did was I bought it. And I was like, I'm just going to gift people wine. So anything that came up, I was like, I'll just ship you wine.
That's where we at in life. We give them wine.
Have you emailed them yet?
We're working on that.
Yeah, they can sponsor you.
I got that subscription, and I was like, all right, cool, I have it. I'm going to send people wine. So I did. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put out a newsletter, and people always ask me for recommendations. Well, I'm just going to send, for those who sign up, I'm going to send you free wine. You're going to be eligible to win free wine. No strings attached. That's it.
It's crazy.
This is out of my own pocket. So, like, I was home. I had little extras, spending money. Should have went to savings, maybe. I'm not going to lie. But I was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do this, and we'll see what happens. So, I told everybody I was doing the newsletter. Everybody's like, what? Like, we signing up. I was like, all right, cool.
He was ready.
So everyone signed up. So I put out my first newsletter, and I've given over I would say like I'm close to like 100 bottles.
Damn.
Wow.
And
that's major.
That is a milestone, bro. That's a celebration right there.
Yeah, I'm close. I think I'm close. I gotta do the count again, but I'm close to 100.
That is amazing.
Once you get to 100, you gotta do a big thing around. Like,
I know 100 bottles.
Your big 100 balloons, your champagne bottles, and all that.
I know, and
so make it a shindiggle.
So it went well for 6 months, but then I had to take a hiatus because I moved. from where I was living to my new apartment, and I just had to like get stuff together. But
get settled.
I just restarted again, so I'm excited about that.
Breaks are necessary. I take breaks in the podcast every.
But you know what
10
I think?
business days.
But you know what I think it is though. I
terrible.
think for content creators, it's always hard to take a break because, especially when you have good momentum going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, no, hear
No,
me
I
out. No, because
understand.
this other girl was talking about that same thing too. She was like, I'm just gonna drop whenever I feel like it or whatever. And she's like, because you want to have a schedule, be consistent.
Yeah.
You want to have momentum because you're like, okay, maybe this can be something that I can really monetize.
You have
so
people's
I gotta
attention, so
yeah,
then
so
you keep
it,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So imagine my surprise when I put out my first newsletter in like 6 months and a lot of people opened up the newsletter. I was
exactly.
like,
It feels good, right? People will be rocking with you.
That's how I was like,
we was just waiting for you to come back.
Listen,
but I think
relatable.
But I think that's amazing because like there's people like who will not do that. Like our brains at this point are so short span. So I'm like, yo, if you're even retaining your audience after taking a break, that's like amazing.
Yes, it always humbles me every time because I've taken a lot of breaks. I started the podcast 2018. I'm probably on like episode 30. It's terrible, but
masterpieces take time.
Every time I drop, it's consistent.
Yeah.
Like the people that listen to me are more consistent than me. And that makes me want to be more consistent. And I feel like, a lot of the reason why I dropped a bag to get the studio, like, is because I want to be more consistent. I went and got a MacBook. Like, I invested in this thing because I know that this is what I want to do. It's something that does make me happy, but I just get in spaces where I just feel like I don't have it.
And it's like, if you can't authentically give yourself to noise, then what are you doing?
Right.
Don't try.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Don't even try.
But there's people who
force it,
and it's like
you could tell.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
listen,
people can
what
tell
I said last week. What's the
it.
Priism last week? Authenticity is a commodity.
Yeah,
authenticity is a commodity.
That's what I said. If I didn't feel like I would show up as myself, then what am I doing? Why am I typing out a newsletter for what?
Right.
I think the biggest
faking and flogging.
The biggest thing, like even with me posting on the food page, what I try to remember is like people who are genuinely interested.
They're gonna check for it.
They will be there when you come back, right? Like it's literally sat on pictures and captions for like 2 months. I just didn't post. It just be like that.
It be like that.
You go through a wave. It be like that.
I know, but there's people who are like, yo, I'm gonna put.
On
Like they're like
schedules.
machines. They're like machines.
No,
they're
seriously. They
turn,
work through it.
and it's like, okay.
They work through it.
But at that
and
point,
that's the scary part about monetizing, though, because
yes,
like once you start monetizing, like
it's
there's
a different beast.
There's a whole other pressure on you.
Exactly.
Like, a whole other pressure. You can't break.
It becomes a chore.
Yes, and that's
it
why
can get to the point
it
where
stops
becomes,
being fun.
Yes,
and that's why
what you
I struggle
don't want
all the time making Wind Down with Cole a monetizable thing.
Yeah.
I struggle with that all the time because it's like I could.
Yeah.
But then I'm like,
but you relinquish some of your power.
If it's going to take the joy out of it,
that's
for you,
what
don't
I'm
do
saying.
it.
Don't
do it.
And
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like I wouldn't monetize and give up any of my rights to the show, but still, you're still giving up some type of powder because they're going to want you to do things.
And now that people are paying for said product, they're paying with expectations.
Right.
So now you have to be like, all right, these are people who are giving their hard-earned money for you to produce.
Right. Can't say nigga no more.
Authenticity
is the commodity. I know when I first started this show, I was like, I can't cuss. Like, don't cuss on the show. I was like, man, that ain't real.
Fuck all that. Like everyday people, everyday listeners curse every day.
I'm a cusser. I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And I got raunchy ass friends. They gonna come on in and say what they want to say.
You already know they problematic.
Sometimes I edit it out. Some stuff just can't be edited out.
Some shit just need to be said. Let's just put it like that. It's whatever. It is what it is.
I mean, so let's get into some wine
Yeah.
Ooh,
So,
yeah.
like people that like don't drink wine or like haven't, gotten to that point where, because it is an acquired taste. And the older you get, your taste palette for wines, it definitely changes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So where would you like suggest people that aren't into wine? Like, where is a good place to like start?
Well, there is literally research being that has been done on this called a wine palate life cycle. So it's like when you first start off, you go for your sweet wines, you go for your Moscatos, you go for your Pinot Grigios. Like it's literally tested and true. Like
yeah. I mean,
that's
how it goes.
literally
That's literally how it goes.
What was your first wine that you've had?
Moscato.
Right?
It was a point in college where I was only drinking Moscato.
Yeah,
right. And that's what I'm saying.
That's all I knew for a while. Not gonna lie.
But that's what I'm saying.
And it was
barefoot.
Ew, that's dirty.
You know what? Let's talk about it. Like
and that's so dirty now. Like I would
you
not.
barefoot, yellowtail. Let's talk about
Yellowtail.
Sutter Home, Beringer. Like these are the ones.
I ain't gonna hold you. I got a nice bottle of Beringer like 2 years ago.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There's
but
so many different kinds of wines, though.
There are,
and that's what I'm saying. Like
I used to bang with the Rose Dolce Volga, but they don't do it no more.
But that's what I'm saying. Like most people start off sweet wines, and as you get into it, then you decide to venture out into like your rosés, like your proseccos, like stuff like that, and then you get into your Cabernets, your Merlots. Like this it's it's
I'm at the
tried and
Sauvignon
true.
Blanc phase. I ain't got the I ain't get the red yet.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but Sauvignon Blanc is on. It depends because it's like oaked, non-oaked. So some of them are on the dry side. Some of them are dry but still give you sweet undertones. So it's like it really depends.
I ain't gonna lie. Till like last year, I thought prosecco was champagne, and it's definitely wine.
It's sparkling
wine right there.
If it's not,
was champagne.
That's all right. That's all right.
But I mean,
for a long time, I did.
No, but I mean, not that many people know that. Honestly, like it's based on what they see. So like, if someone told me champagne, like I wouldn't expect them to bring me a Moet. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is that how you say that?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
rappers
saying.
say Moet.
I'd be like Moet, Sean Don,
or Sean Don, like you know
Sean Don,
which is funny because then you have like Sean Don that is actually in California.
We still need to go
is,
to the Ritz and get our Moet out of the vending machine.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We should go after this.
I was just about to say. I mean, is that you want me to go right now?
Right here.
I'm with it.
It's lit.
But yeah, like that's where people start and they progress. So it's like it's just natural. It's like as you're going out and you get older, you go out where people, you realize that, okay, people are trying Malbecs, people are trying Rieslings, which is like it's still sweet, but it's not Moscato.
Right.
And it's like a wine that if you're not a sweet wine drinker, you'll enjoy, but if you're a sweet wine drinker, you'll also enjoy. Like, that's why, like, when people say, what wine should I get? And I'm like, I'll direct you to a Riesling first. I'm not going to lie, because depending on where you're going, it's very versatile, and it's like it pairs with a lot of food. Like especially if you like spicy foods and stuff like that, get Riesling. It helps offset the burn.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, definitely a big Riesling fan.
Yeah. So and also like you try to do like salty dishes, dry sparkling. Sparkling wines kind of also are versatile. You can have them with pretty much every meal, but like, you know, depending on how you're feeling, rosé is also versatile like that too.
I like rosé.
Yeah, like that is
I'm
another
cava too.
I love cava. I think cava is very dry. Like I like a dry sparkling, so I could do cava all day.
What is brut?
What is brut?
Brut?
I don't know why I said it like that.
Brut cava. So no, it's I'm
like
glad
a bird.
What is brut?
No, it's funny you say that.
She just banged her head on a mic. Oh my god.
I don't know why I said it like that.
No,
it like
so,
popped in my head, and I always had that question.
The reason why people call it brut is because it has less sugar. It's the least amount of sugar in your champagne or sparkling wine. So that's why it's called brut.
Okay. I I always wanted to know, like, what the hell is? I don't like it. I know I don't like it, but like,
no, and that's fair. I feel like
just wondering.
I feel like it's your own wine journey, so it's like there's days I want some Moscato. I'm not ashamed to say that.
Yeah.
Like there's some days I want shitty wine. Okay, like it's okay. Like you shouldn't be ashamed for wanting that. I had Bel Air for the first time 2 weeks ago.
How'd you like it?
That's what everybody get when they buy a table, but they can't quite afford a table.
I'm dead. You know what?
Wow.
We don't judge them though. But anyway,
I'm not judging nobody.
Clearly we do.
Maybe I am.
It's for show giving judge vibes.
No, I didn't know. Like, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I've always seen it. Like, I know Rick Ross is behind it. I never think to be like, I want Bel Air. Like, until someone brought it over to my house, and then I was like, all right, I'll try it. It is like a sparkling Moscato.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's all it is.
That's why I was like,
Yeah, sparkling and sweet.
It's like the 2019 to 2021 Nouveau.
Wow, not Nouveau.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Did you ever have Nouveau?
Yes.
I never had Nouveau.
I had Nouveau.
I never had Nouveau.
It was very sweet. It tastes like juice.
Fucking yuck.
It tastes like juice. It was cute though.
It was pretty to look at.
It was cute. It was cute.
But yeah, like, I don't really buy bottle service, so like I never know. But like it wouldn't be my go-to. Like, I respect people who like it, but because like I feel like my wine palate is just like so advanced, like I would just find other wines to have.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people don't realize Moscato is really a dessert wine, so it's like you can have it sweet and sweet. It works, but like people will try to have it like anytime, but it's really like a dessert wine.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
yeah, and a fun fact, like I feel like a lot of people don't know that red wines really go good with barbecue. So if you have, I know it's shocking, but yeah. And one fun fact that I actually
Isn't
learned.
red wine like good for your heart?
Yes, it is. I actually
It's
did
less sugar. Well, overall, it's less sugar than white.
Yeah,
right?
and it has a chemical in it that actually helps with heart disease. I actually wrote. I think I wrote it about it in like one of my first articles about it. But yeah, I
told my doctor. Yeah, Coley said I should drink more wine because.
no, yeah, it's called resveratrol. It's called resveratrol, and it acts like an antioxidant.
What?
Yeah.
Acts like? So it's not really an antioxidant, but it
tricks your body into thinking that?
That's wild.
Yeah, and it it helps block the enzyme related to control of stress in the brain. This is true. Mm-hmm.
Is it all reds or just like drier?
Because I might need some of this.
No, it's red wine grapes. So your reds, yeah.
Interesting. Fun fact for the fans. What about wineries in the area? Like, what would you recommend? Have you been to many in the area?
I'm trying to think. Like, I think I've only been to to be honest, 2 in the area, but they've been in South Jersey.
Valenzano or whatever it's called. You been there?
No, but I've had their wine before, actually.
Theirs is good.
I think they have I can't remember, because I remember one time my old roommate, she went to a wine festival out there in South Jersey, and she brought one of those wines, and that percentage was pretty up there.
Their wine is they have that it's every September, like their wine festival, and then you can buy the shit by the case and all of that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, okay. Dang, I'm trying to think of the second
Chatsford?
one. No.
Oh, you said Jersey.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
It's literally if you're going to I guess Chester, it's literally across the
bridge.
Yeah, it's another bridge lower down.
Commodore Barry.
No, it's I'm gonna have to think
Delaware
about
Memorial. That's in Delaware.
We'll come back to that.
We'll put a link to it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, no, but I feel like my goal with it is always just to expose people to different types of wine, because there's a lot of my friends, even in New York, they go to the corner store and they sell liquor in the regular corner stores or whatever.
The bodega.
The bodegas, they don't have a lot of variety. So unless you're going to a wine shop, particularly, you're not gonna get the variety. So that's why I made it my point to when someone wins, I ask them what they like and try to send them something they never had. Because then
that's smart.
It's like, yo, you can have a conversation. Yeah, have a conversation. Be like, oh, I had this wine. You're like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
It's
smart.
a good talking
You like
point.
that, huh? You like that, huh?
No,
You like that, huh?
Yeah, it's just like giving people like different talking points for like, conversation. I think wine should be accessible to everyone, and I feel like my newsletter is gonna help break that barrier to continue to make it more accessible.
I love that. I love that
Love
for
to see
you.
it.
I love that for us. I love that for
It's a win.
I mean, you guys have both won wine, so
we
We sure have.
We have.
We sure have. I put my old coworker on.
And
I was like,
and it was bussing.
listen, killed it. Okay, when I was moving and packing, killed
Crashed
it. I put my old coworker on. I was like, yeah, my girlfriend has a wine blog and like a wine newsletter. Sign up. She gives away free wine, and she won.
Oh, that's lit.
She
So if
won.
you don't
Oh,
already
nice. Yeah.
follow Wine Down by Cole, make sure you do that. So that was dope. That was a good conversation.
It was.
I'm gonna leave y'all with a prism real quick. Do you have you want to do a vegan thing this week or next week?
Sure. I got a
Okay.
little vegan tippy tip for y'all.
Well, go ahead, give the vegan tip, and then I'll do the prism.
All right. So if you don't know, now you know.
You better know. If you didn't think you knew, you're about to know
You
now.
for sure know now.
You're about to know now.
Your girl has a vegan food page. Shit Vegans Eat. SHXT_vegans_eat on IG. Catch me on there. Getting a little more active now, but I post like homemade meals and some food reviews up and down the East Coast. But moving forward, I think we're gonna do like a little vegan health tip or like a vegan myth buster, and I'm gonna start like very premature for the first one. Right, probably like the number one misconception about eating vegan is that you don't get enough protein. Always comes up. That's literally the first question.
What do you wanna do for protein?
How do you get your protein? My response is, how do you get how much protein am I supposed to get in a day?
Right.
How much do you get in a day?
know.
They don't.
They don't know.
They don't know how much you get in a day. They don't know. The thing is, most people they claim to eat meat for protein. However, the meat that you're eating eats plants for protein. So you could just cut out the middleman and go straight to the plants.
A conundrum.
But you know, but I mean, that's not to say that like everybody should not eat meat. I don't really care what you eat. Like, do whatever you want to do. However, that is a misconception that vegans don't get enough protein. We get it straight from the source for the most part. I mean, there's supplements also, so obviously there's other ways to get it, but you absolutely do not need animal protein to get your protein goal for the day. So that's the misconception for today.
What kind of things can you get protein from that are not animals?
Tofu is high in protein. I think lentils, peanut butter, nutritional yeast, which is like a seasoning vegans use to make stuff cheesy.
I like nutritional yeast.
Love it, bro. I put it in every damn thing. And it's like, it doesn't really alter the taste. You got to dump a whole bottle for it to be significant. Spinach has protein. Peas have protein. Obviously, like protein powder. You can get like pea protein, hemp protein, shit like that. So, I mean, there's like a whole... Oh, God, it's like a food pyramid of like protein top to bottom. So
yeah, well, she gave y'all a few, so y'all can go to Google for the rest.
Yeah. Check out the page, and I'll post some
shit vegans eat.
Yeah,
with an X.
Yeah, with an X.
Today's pre-ism is
we need Judy funny music. Oh, I like that last one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That last one was good. Let's use that one.
I don't know which one it was. I just started pushing stuff.
You got the goddamn laughs going on.
I gotta learn what they all do. But something like this week that has kind of been like a theme for me, or last week and this week really, that I've been thinking a lot about is like because I know gratitude is like huge to me. Like it's like my thing, like gratitude in all things, always, all these. But also still being like aware, like entitlement with gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Like to know like I also like deserve these things. Like I'm thankful for these things, but I definitely worked for these things. I definitely busted my ass for these things.
That's right.
I definitely went out and got these things. I definitely paid for these things.
For sure.
Either blood, sweat, tears, money. So
or all the above.
Like it's okay to feel entitled to certain things, and you can still be grateful about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can still know that you deserve certain things. You can still not let people slight you, not let people short you. We ain't taking no shorts unless we going on vacation.
Period.
Okay? And you can still be grateful in that space. Like, it doesn't make you ungrateful to still demand things that you know that you deserve.
Right.
There's still a gratitude in it that you can have. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the preism for today.
A word.
A word. I try. Coley, we going to end it with you. Give your handles. Give them where they can find the newsletter. Let them know if you got anything going on or coming up.
Okay.
Give them the tea.
All right. So you can find me on Instagram at Wine Down with Cole. WINEDOWNWITHCOLE. And you can subscribe to my newsletter, winedownwithcole.substack.com. Yeah, that's where you can find me, find the newsletter, word of mouth. People talk about it. So
and she back up and running.
So we're back up and running.
So get on the list.
Yeah,
Go win you some wine.
So you're going to be eligible for free wine, and also working on doing like some little more entries where people are, where I'm also helping other small businesses,
nice.
You know, get some little sales going on, because that's important.
Awesome. Right. Reach one, teach one.
Yep.
Well, thank y'all for listening. We appreciate
Thank
y'all.
you.
And as always, I'm at it's pretty _destined. Not on Instagram right now, but when I'm back, holla at me. And follow the podcast at it's predestined _ the podcast. Bye.
Later.
Bye.